Hi all, welcome back to my channel and our kayaking adventures. It's about 90 degrees right now and I've got on 2 shirts and a pair of jeans. And I am sweating, but the reason why I've got so much clothes on is because we are going to be kayaking inside this cave. Yeah, that's right, inside that cave. It will be about 55 degrees in there and will feel a whole lot better once we get inside. Right now we are waiting for the rest of the guests to show up. We've got a 4 o'clock appointment. It is now a quarter till, so in about 15 minutes we'll be ready, and I guess once that happens, we'll see you out there on the water. Now we're kind of going to go over our PFD and helmet gear here real quick. You'll actually see.
At the beginning of the tour, the guides went over the personal protection equipment that we would be wearing. Since there are paddlers of all skill levels, they teach the basics of putting on your PFD and helmet and how to properly adjust it. After the instruction and the inspection to ensure you are wearing it properly, we head over to the old abandoned mine where we are given a short history lesson about the place.
The first dated or earliest dated maps that we ran into in this area are in the Baitable Museum, and they date all the way back to 1875. Now, when they first started mining in 1875, they were outside surface mining. They didn't come underground till probably around 1905 or even 1910-ish. It did look a lot different. It was probably a lot smaller than what it is now, but they mined in this location all the way up until 1986. Everything you see around you is all limestone. That's what they were harvested out of this mine. But I'm Zane, this is Jared. We're going to be all your all's guides as we hike in and get rocking and rolling. All right, guys. Does anybody know what area we're hanging out in right now? You can turn around and see the natural light making its way back in here in the mine. Now, in a cave or a mine, anywhere that natural light touches has a technical name or a technical term. Does anybody know what it's called?
Lobby.
Not the lobby. So what it's called is we're hanging out in the twilight zone. I guys lucked out. We were supposed to have, I think, like 5 or 6 more people.
Once we made our way back into the mine, we came into the portion that had been flooded by natural spring water. They had a variety of kayaks, but we would be using the Perception Hybrid sit-stand model. I was a little concerned at first because I didn't know where I would attach my camera, but I managed to find a way, and while the initial video is dark, it gets better. The mine was full of rainbow trout. Apparently, the rainbow trout thrive under the cold conditions of the underground mine. The temperatures, they said, was about 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which felt really nice compared to how warm it was outside. The mine was a thriving limestone mine until the miners hit a natural spring. The mine continued to be used for several years until the cost of pumping the water out outweighed the profits that the mine was making. The water you hear dripping is from the natural spring. The tour groups usually consist of 10 people plus 2 guides. One of the groups didn't show, so we had a smaller group, which made the experience a little bit more personal. Since tours book fast, you need to make your reservations early online.
As we get into this next hallway, we're getting to be a little over 200 feet underground. We're going to be in water levels from 25 to 30 feet deep in this area.
While the water was 25 to 30 feet deep, you could see how close the paddle boarders were to touching the ceiling. These mine tunnels were huge.
Jared's up there talking about the stockpiles that are underwater in here. Like any other commodity or building material, limestone would fluctuate in value and price. Anytime it went down in value, the miners would stockpile it up, like you see there on the right side of the hallway. Greed kind of got to these miners. They ended up losing about 25 of the stockpiles when the mine flooded out on them. just because they were so deep underground, they got flooded with water first. Let's go on an adventure. You guys sat that way, The limestone forms out of a bunch of organic ocean-based material. That's why you can find a lot of fossils in limestone. If you've ever been standing in a parking lot or a gravel driveway, found maybe a fossil squirrel, maybe a seashell, or even a fish fossil. So a few 100 million years ago, Kentucky was once a shallow sea, kind of like the modern day Caribbean. And that's what turned all this rock and made all this limestone was that shallow sea drying up. A bunch of dead sea animals make up limestone. It's just a bunch of organic ocean-based material. Oh, we did perfect. Good job, Derek. There are a few rocks on this left side. You want to kind of just swing it a little bit wide. But you guys are fine where you're at. No, we're not lost. It's all part of the program. Now, me and Jared, I think Jared's been coming in here probably before I was born, maybe. He's been coming in here since the late 90s. And I started coming in here end of 2013, beginning of 2014. Then the owner of mine, he bought this place in 2015. That's when he kind of gave us an ultimatum. He said, look, you can either work for me and continue to go through the mine, hang out in there and do what you want, or I can have you trespass and you never go in the mine again. So breaking the law kind of got us one of the coolest jobs we've ever had in our life. But I don't recommend breaking the law.
This water is supposed to be pretty pure too, isn't it?
So the water that's under us, you wouldn't want to run it through like a killing filter, just because there's fish, bats, and birds that live in the line. There's some cool tree houses down here that you can rent out. You want to do a family reunion down here? There is going to be a huge place down I've been in here for like 7 years. Yeah. There's a lot of slight differences everywhere too. Like to you guys, it probably looks almost the same everywhere. It's just a little bit different because of the water level. You can see all the slight differences down on the ground, all the differences of the column. On the left side, and then the kayaks on the right side, guys.
As we completed this experience and headed back out of the mine, I would have to rank this adventure toward the top of the places we've kayaked. Kayaking in an old abandoned mine filled with natural spring water was amazing. The temperature was perfect. I'm curious to see how it would feel in the wintertime. Maybe I should add this place back to the list. If you ever get a chance to make this trip, I highly recommend it. My video does not do this experience justice. You have to see it for yourself. I would love to spend the whole day exploring the tunnels. However, I could see how you could easily get lost. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. If you like this video, join Team Kayak 7 Seas by subscribing to this channel. Hit that notification bell because we have more adventures to come. Also, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Let me know your thoughts on kayaking in Old Abandoned Mine in the comments below. I hope to see you out on the water someday.